Welcome to the great ancient wonder of Petra. We are taking you with us on our visit to this magnificent place. We're going to show you how big of a site it is, how long and how many steps it takes to get to the end, and how much time you need. We will also tell you about 10 incredibly surprising things you may not have known about Petra.
It's our first morning in Petra. We have just here and we've come through the gate, and as you can see, this is the entrance. There's a visitor center and many other things out here. There's actually a museum outside. So today and right now begins our trek through Petra.
The anticipation is high once you enter the gates, but you must pace yourself because there's a long way to get to the end. You may choose to just get to what is called the Treasury and turn back from there, but if you want to get to what is called the Monastery, that is all the way to the end, and it's approximately a 1.5 hours walk. We will take you there. Let's start with our first surprising fact. If you look closely, all over Petra, there are altars and representations of their goddess in massive blocks of stone, known as gin blocks. There are also images of their square-looking goddess carved in stone, looking something like SpongeBob SquarePants.
I've not reached yet the famous places that you've all seen, but the beginning of this is just gorgeous. And he's explained to us how over the years they used this place and actually carved sandstone for water channels and troughs and everything else. And it's really incredible. You kind of walk in here and the canyon continues to really envelop you. So we're looking forward to seeing what's next. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Okay, we're coming into the Treasury for the first time. We've just come through the canyon, and it's the narrowest passage here. And then you get this view, which is very recognizable to us, and I think much of the world. Here we are at the Treasury in Petra. We're here. This is it. This is crazy. Absolutely beautiful. We've got a great day and great weather. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I can't believe we're sitting here looking at this. What a treat. Really cool. Wow. Okay, we got to explore this for a while.
Our second surprising fact is that what is called the Treasury is not actually a treasury at all, but is actually a mausoleum. Some of the locals just started calling it that because they thought it had to contain riches. Our next surprising fact is that Petra is actually disappearing due to erosion from flash floods and from the impact of modern life.
This really is an amazing place. We're now past the Treasury into a more open area where there are several different sites here to see, and we're hearing a lot about the erosion and the loss for various reasons of so much of what's here. So I think, as amazing as this is, and as long as it's been here, we're slowly but surely losing it, and you're going to have to make sure that you visit this when you can, because our guide was just saying, even in the time he's been doing tours here, a significant amount of things that he used to look at and share are actually not here anymore. So it's a sight to behold, and one to behold soon.
A surprising fact is that one of the causes of the erosion is the use of donkeys at the site. Their hooves on the steps and throughout the area are vibrating the rocks apart. But that's nothing compared to what actually led to the fall of Petra. On July 9th, 551 CE, a massive earthquake destroyed Petra and left it buried until it was rediscovered. And there is still so much more to discover. Archaeologists have uncovered just 15% of the city. The vast majority, about 85%, is still buried underground. In fact, there was just a recent discovery of a massive structure underneath Petra. While it is unusual compared to the other parts of Petra, it is thought that the structure may have been used for ceremonies.
This is such a beautiful place. We're taking a break now before we take the big hike up the mountain. And as we reflect here, it's such an opportunity to see something that's been here for thousands of years. And of course, it's now a World Heritage Site. There's a lot of people here, but you can find places to kind of have some space to yourself. We've learned a lot about this thing, and it's somewhat fragile. It's been here for thousands of years, and there's a lot of work going on, including some with Brown University. But it's eroding. There's just natural erosion that takes place, and they're doing things with resin that actually attaches to the surface and helps. But you know, this won't be here forever. They're working hard to make sure it is, but it's slowly but surely slipping away. Our tour guide even showed us some spaces that he has been looking at for just a short number of years that were once there and that are no longer there at all. Things like staircases and that other kind of stuff. So if you get the opportunity to come to Petra, I'd say come on. It's a great, great visit, and it's really inspiring. And who knows, hopefully they'll figure out how to keep it all. But I think the quicker you get here, the better.
This was incredibly surprising to me. Petra had lush gardens and a massive pool. They were located very close to the structures that you see here.
We climbed up a lot of steps, and we're up in this magnificent part of ancient Roman ruins. You think about Petra being carved into the mountain, but there are a lot of Roman ruins up here. As you can see, there's columns everywhere. This is actually an area where they were so rich, they had a huge pool of water that they built up here, out here in the middle of all this, and let travelers and animals and that kind of thing come and enjoy the water. So it shows you what they did all those thousands of years ago in this part of the country and what they're capable of doing. It's really beautiful. Okay, we're just wandering around up here. We've climbed a few more staircases just kind of randomly, and we're up here in the temple complex. And all of a sudden we come across this Roman theater. And it's just here. I mean, nobody talks about it or anything. It's just among all these ruins. It's really beautiful. You can see the curve here. You can see the seating. And from this little sign over here, we see it seated about 620 people. But it's among all of this just ruins that you can just climb all over. I can touch and feel and jump all over all of this, which is really a lot of fun, and you get really close to it. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but there's this amazing, amazing view from here. So if you were sitting here, I don't know exactly how those columns, but it seems like between these columns here, you would see straight ahead of you that beautiful view. So a lot to discover around in here, and you can spend days. And even though you think, again, about just what's carved in the rock and maybe even just the theater, Petra is so much more, and it goes on and on and on. Lots to explore. We're walking around up here in the temple area, and we had to show you this. This is original. This is this hexagon floor that's been here for thousands of years. Our tour guide talked to us about it, and we just happened to come upon it. This floor is here like it was all those thousands of years ago. We're not exactly sure what this is up here, but there's this room that goes downstairs and this grand kind of staircase that goes from way down there all the way up. Also, if you look over here, you can see this same kind of hexagon shape and this huge floor downstairs. Beautiful.
So when you visit Petra, you're going to find that there are 14 stages throughout Petra. So there's 14 unique structures that you're going to want to see. Many people don't make it all the way to the end because it's hours long. It's very long. We've made it to 13 out of the 14, and at 13, you'll see that there is a place where you can get something to drink and something to eat, a little restaurant.
Yeah, it feels good. So we sat down just now, and it feels good. We've been standing and walking around for hours. It was only about 3.5 miles, but of course you were standing a long time. We had a great guide that took us through everything, but yet at number 13, you kind of get into the city and you see some of the old city and the Roman theater and other things, temple. But here's where you can stop and have a variety of choices. You can eat just something like a sandwich, which is what we're doing, or they have this full buffet back there. So we're going to carve up, we're going to drink something, and then we're going to head up to the top. And I think it's 900 steps.
900 steps, so
up.
we need the carbs.
We need the carbs, 900 steps one way. They say it takes about 45 minutes, so we're challenged by that. We're going to try to do it faster, and then you spend some time up. Well, obviously quickly going down, but we have a perfect day. It's
It was. It was a little chilly
it was cool.
here. Oh my God.
Oh boy, I'd rather have cool than hot. And it's crisp and nice outside. You can see a lot of sun. Glad I got my hat on. You don't have yours on.
No, I'll probably need to put it on.
But we'll see you soon.
See ya.
Bye.
If you are into set jetting, which is the name of travel inspired by film, then you will love this next one. Petra is practically an open-air movie set. The IMDb database listed 55 movies and TV shows filmed here. You probably know of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, but there is also Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen and Nicole Kidman's Queen of the Desert.
Okay, here's the first step. Off we go to the monastery. 900 to the top.
Okay, we're about 75% up the way to the monastery. It is a steep climb. You have to be in pretty good shape to do this. But it's been worth it.
Don't wait too long.
Okay, we just finished the 900 steps, and I got to tell you, at some points it felt like 9,000, but we're here, and we're really glad we did it at this point. There were a few times when I was not sure. But now we're going to go see what all the big fuss is about, and we're really excited to see it with you. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, this is pretty cool.
What do you think?
Yeah. This is something else. How cool is it that can be right on top of it? Okay, I've started breathing again after that 900 and something steps. It felt like a 9,000. We've been up here a few minutes, and this is absolutely worth it. I gotta say, I was not a believer about 850 steps in, but this is absolutely beautiful. We're here at the monastery, the highest place you can go to in Petra that few, frankly, are risking coming up here, but we loved it once we're here. I've got to get back down, so we'll see how I'm doing back then. But as you can see, you're right here. You're right on top of it. It's enormous. And of course, all of this is carved into the sand. There's nothing here that's a structure. It's all carved into the mountain. It's really beautiful. There's a lot of people up here. There's a flat area where you can get coffee and other things, and even more steps to take over there that I will definitely not be doing. But we're really glad now that we're here and now that we're not winded that we made this trek. And if you can do it, we'd recommend that you do it too.
Our favorite surprising fact is that Petra actually has a sister city. It had been closed to much of the world for a long time. Hegra, like Petra, was built by the Nabateans. Saudi Arabia has recently opened it to the world in order to create more tourism in the country. We really hope we get to see it someday.
We made it. We're at the beginning where we started, and we've got actually a map here that kind of shows you what we've done. I just looked at my iWatch, and we've walked 9.5 miles, which is a lot, but what it doesn't really indicate is that that's in mostly sand, mostly uphill, through a lot of steps and a lot of different kind of surfaces. So we're tired, but it was worth it. Here's the entry gate where we are now. And today we walked all the way through here through this beautiful kind of tunnel area, all kind of amazing sights along here, to the Treasury. And the Treasury is probably what you think of when you think of Petra, because that's where Indiana Jones was filmed and has become very famous there. It's absolutely beautiful. We continued all the way through here to the Roman Theater, all the way around Colonnade Street. This is the old town that was here, and we saw shops and we saw places where people lived. We went to the Great Temple. We saw the garden and the pool complex where they had the great water that we talked about. And we continued. Up in here is where we had some lunch. And then we continued up the challenge of all challenges, frankly, today, the 900 steps. It takes you all the way to the monastery, number 15. So between 15 and 14 here, and really down to this part, it's uphill. And of course you come down the other way, and there are 900 steps, but they are not typical steps. This is sand and rocks and uneven surfaces. So it's a hell of a hike. You really get a lot of workout. I know our legs are gonna be feeling it tomorrow. But anyway, we came all the way to the top, and now we've come all the way back, and we're here. And we're tired.
Watch this video to see what's next on our adventures and check out our customizable merchandise store. See you soon.